So I'm currently working very hard on a top 10 horror films video. It's basically about my favourite horror films spanning from 2010 to 2018. This includes up to 15 films in total, 10 that are my top 10 and 5 that are extra. You can call it a top 15 or you can just call it top 10 with 5 runners up. I find it very hard deciding things. I'm bad with decision making, and through that I don't want to leave out any films that I really do think deserves my recommendation. But as I've been working on this, Onision has made 5 or 6 videos, 5 or 6 new videos about this dumb black versus white hair situation. So I want to talk about that quickly before I release the top 10 horror films video. Obviously the top 10 horror films video is something that I have really enjoyed making and that I care about a lot more than this, but I've been working on it for a very long time now and I just want a little bit of a break, so I hope you guys don't mind a little Onision video before I release that. Anyway, let's get down to this. So let's quickly take a look at his channel. Right, here we go. What did I speak about last time? Oh, the Hey Shane video. If we take a look all the way back here, there's a video he put out called One Last Thing Before I Go, which was his last ever video on the Onisionspeaks channel. Then, okay, he uploads older videos, which he said he was going to do. Fine. Then there's a Hey Shane video. That's a new one. Then the new Onisionspeaks channel, the new Onision channel was, again, his last ever video. And, you know, you guys are probably saying, well, Sam, it's not surprising. He's done this so many goddamn times. But this time, I really do think he's going to be moving to this new channel at some point. But lo and behold, we now have an extra 1, 2, 3, 4 videos, which are the ones I'm going to be talking about today. Mainly because he put a video out called I Messed Up. Well, it's called Onision on Naturally Curly and Black Hair, and it says I Messed Up in the thumbnail. And in the video, he does several things. Some things I was really pleased with. He was saying, look, I really have outspoken and I shouldn't have done that. It was rude what I said and it was insensitive. Maybe he's now getting an idea of how his honesty isn't always the right tactic to use. However, I don't know if that really is a good thing, because he was shrouding this in the idea that it's not the real him speaking, it's this character. He now literally calls himself character. For those of you that don't know, the idea is Onision's making this new channel and he's going to only play a character from now on, so he can't have any criticism because it's not really his opinion, it's just this subconscious opinion. It's the dumbest thing. It's the most unbelievable cop-out, and a lot of people would call this video damage control, but I thought, hey, I'll let it slide. I'll give him a pass on this one. So I didn't really want to talk about it anymore. Basically, have a look at a bit of this and you'll see what I mean. But then after that, there's 3 more videos, and the next one is why I wanted to speak out about this, because he just contradicts everything he says in this video. Let's take a look.
Hey guys, character here, not Onision. Character. What's the difference?
There isn't one, but there is one because I say there's one.
It's acknowledging that me being on the other side of the camera is very different than me talking to you face to face.
No one is debating that. Obviously you're a little bit different when you're behind a camera, but that doesn't just suddenly mean that your opinions aren't coming from you. I think you were clearly being your overly honest self when you said those horrible things about that specific type of hair.
Acknowledging this reality, like in this transition to a more realistic version of myself, even though it's not really me even then.
Well done for saying that. That's a fine example of how this character thing doesn't make any goddamn sense and is just you trying to manipulate us. What do you mean? So you're moving to a more realistic version of yourself, even though you've been the most honest person and the most real person. You're moving to a more realistic version of yourself, which is just a character, and then you're going to be saying stuff that isn't even your opinion? What the hell are you talking about?
You gotta kind of pull away from ego. Like, there's a whole lot of, I don't necessarily say narcissism, but there's a lot of I have to be right no matter what going on. And that happens because in most anything, there's a little bit of truth. Like, for instance, I know this one person who is has the same hair type as me, pretty much. And they wash their hair once every 6 or 7 days. Now, when people touch my hair, they go, oh my God, it's so soft, it's so nice, your hair looks so good, etc. Like right now, for instance, it looks glorious. I'm just kidding. And this is me joking. Nobody's amused. Okay. So people do actually compliment my hair on a regular basis.
Okay, well, let's get to the point here. One, nice humble brag there. Even though you said you were joking, you're still saying, I have lovely soft hair, and everyone thinks that. You're doing something that you often do, and you're kind of distracting people from what the real point is here. The point is that you were hugely judgmental about a specific type of hairstyle that happens to be attached to a whole race of people. For those of you that don't know, Onision said that a girl with a specific type of curly hair probably doesn't wash it, and it probably smells like dead rats. Now, yes, that's your over-exaggerative self, but you always bang on about how you're incredibly honest and real. You can't be incredibly honest and real and a character that's saying things that aren't true to yourself. I think you clearly meant what you said, and that's why people are upset. You're just distracting from the point when you're saying all of this.
These are all valid things to say, and the reason I'm pointing them out is because that's what you do when you're not trying to be a fraud. When you're not trying to mislead people, when you're not trying to do anything except for what you're supposed to do. And what you're supposed to do is be honest with yourself and let go of your ego.
Again, where are you going with this? You were massively egotistical and narcissist. You were massively egotistical with what you said. You were incredibly condescending to a massive group of people just for the sake of being condescending to a massive group of people.
I don't think it's wrong to ask people in a video to question themselves, to look at their daily behavior and ask themselves whether or not they should improve upon it.
But you don't know about these people's daily behavior. This is the thing. Like, what are you talking about? You said a girl with a specific type of hair that you don't have and you have no knowledge of probably smells like dead rats. You insulted a huge group of people when you actually had no knowledge or any facts to back up what you were saying. That's why people are annoyed. So what you're talking about here has nothing to do with the bottom line of all of this.
What I do think is wrong is to be so overly confident as I have been, and to be so mercilessly insulting. Okay. There's a big problem with that in the sense that it's just immature to do, and it's not necessarily something that I'm proud of.
Amazing! He did it! Well done, Onision. How many videos did it take? Who knows? But he got there in the end. Until he ruins everything in the very next video, which we'll get onto now. So, this video is very different. I am not going to be singing any praises for Onision in this video, because it is a disgusting display of his delusional arrogance and incredibly judgmental and insensitive mindset. So this video is called Black/Curly Hair is Not a Bad Thing. I thought this wasn't about race, Onision. And it's funny that he would say this isn't about race when he wore blackface in a video and made it about race. So, first off, the thumbnail and the title. Black/curly hair is not a bad thing, guys. How can you be so... Wait, what? Yeah, we know that. You're the one that said it was. First of all, let's take a look at the description. Some people think black and curly hair is a bad thing. That's you, can I remind you. We are the ones that think it's fine. Natural hair is the best hair, no matter what your ethnicity. I cannot believe how silly some people are. This is incredible and reveals so much about what they truly feel for themselves. You are the most arrogant narcissist I've ever come across, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, and that's saying something with a lot of YouTubers these days. The like ratio is... It's a little bit bad, isn't it? It's a little bit rubbish. It's about 20% likes to 80% dislikes. You're doing a stellar job here, Onision. Oh, God. So, let's take a look.
Hey guys, I wanted to share a lesson with all of you.
Instantly. Wow. You're going to enlighten us with some Onision knowledge, some of your wonderful beads of knowledge. God damn it. Take your freaking ego down a peg. Well, you're not just saying... This is the thing. You said in the last video that you've been insensitive, that you've let your ego get the best of you. And then you claim to be some sort of wise guru, all-knowing. It's so insulting to all of our intelligence.
View regarding hair. There are some really, really immature people in this world who will take an issue, like if you say anything about some people's hair, they will lose their mind.
You are so clueless, man. It's incredible. It's not a thing of like, oh, you insulted my beautiful hair that I care so much about. You have no understanding of low self-esteem, do you? You just don't get it at all. But this isn't really about that anyway. You spoke out about a huge group of people with no knowledge. You were saying something completely clueless. And if we look at some of these comments, oh yeah, mine's at the top. We'll look at that in a bit maybe. Oh, here we go. It's not about hair. It's about the stigma you tried to propagate, and your half-assed apology was essentially you just saying it's not that big of a deal. Your research was biased from the start, and your whole character facade you're using as a scapegoat is honestly appalling. Oh. Now that's what this is all about. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Jesus, yeah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Excellent. I love that comment. That is absolutely perfect. You couldn't have said it any better. Anyway.
Like if you said something about my hair, like you said it was balding, or you said I have greasy hair or whatever, what do I care? You know, because I'm not trying to compensate for anything. I don't feel small about it. I don't feel insecure about it.
No, you don't feel insecure about it. As you said in the last video, your hair is the softest hair in the world and everybody loves complimenting it. You arrogant... You don't understand low self-esteem. You don't understand people with low self-confidence. People aren't trying to compensate for anything. You're just insulting people. You're insulting people that don't have the most confidence. We can tell you don't understand low self-esteem because you are ruthless to children about their appearances. On a recent stream, we were looking back at some of his Rate Me videos, and they are shocking. Some of the stuff you say is just appalling. You are destroying the confidence of children. So you don't understand low self-confidence, you don't understand low self-esteem, but that's not the point anyway. It's not about that, Onision. What we're saying is that you've spoken out unfairly with no evidence about what you're saying, and now you've milked this subject, which is funny. Have you guys noticed? Oh, he's suddenly got a hold of a bit of drama. I better make 8 videos on this subject. Yes, 8 videos, possibly more actually. And all throughout these videos, you're chopping and changing what you're saying. Sometimes you're apologetic, sometimes you're not. You're very manipulative most of the time. You made it about race in one of the videos. So you have just been flat out insulting and disgusting in the way you've approached this subject. That's what people are annoyed about. Not because, oh, you've insulted my precious hair.
It is what it is. But you see other people, like you say someone should wash their hair more, and they lose their minds, and it's one of the saddest things I've ever seen.
One of the saddest things? What are you talking about? You don't understand these people's daily routines. You're not God. You're not all-knowing. Sorry, Onision, you're wrong about a lot of things. Whether you want to face up to that, you are wrong, and you make massive mistakes. You are terrible at taking responsibility for your actions. You have to do that, my friend, because it's making you more and more of a shallow person. The way you use scapegoats, the way you run away from all of these issues and try and turn it against us. It's disgusting that you would turn this issue against us, as if we're the stupid ones for pointing out your hideous mistakes. It's very arrogant for you to be that presumptuous, and In the last video, you said, sorry, I've been so presumptuous. But now, oh, I'm going to carry on being massively presumptuous about all of your routines, guys.
That people could be that sensitive about something. Obviously, you hate your hair. Like, obviously, you feel terrible about your hair. Obviously, you have a lot of issues.
Amazing. Amazing levels of manipulation. You're a disgusting human being for what you're doing here. And what you're doing is you're trying to make us feel terrible about ourselves and make us think, oh no, wait, maybe he's right. Maybe this is a big expose on how we truly feel about ourselves, when really it has nothing to do with that. And it is so arrogant of you to presume that we hate ourselves and we hate our hair. Where did you get this idea from anyway? It has nothing to do with us hating our hair. I just have no idea how you think this kind of manipulation is going to work. The truth is, it's not going to, which is why this video has a ton of dislikes. And what you don't realize is that you're not getting anywhere with this drama. You're not. It's not taking you anywhere. All it's doing is getting rid of those few subscribers you have left that actually care about you. Well done. You're amazing at destroying your own channel.
Like, nobody reacts that aggressively to something unless they are completely and utterly mentally messed up over their hair.
What? Like, what are you even talking about anymore? You're probably just trying to confuse people by throwing out these random sentences. Hopefully one of them will stick and make someone change their opinion of this. Like, what are you trying to achieve here? Because what you're saying is nonsense. It's just meaningless nothing.
So I made an apology, kind of, for, like, I don't know, giving advice which wasn't fully matured. I had the recommendation of, professionals that I'd spoken to. I had the research that I had done. I had actual people with that hair saying that it's fine to wash it every day, etc.
You had the recommendation of professionals. What are you talking about? No, you don't. You just looked it up on Google because you use Google for literally everything. So you're actually saying now that you are completely wrong about what you said. And you think that's because we hate ourselves and we hate our hair? No, it's because
you were completely wrong about what you said. Jesus Christ.
The whole point of this is that you should think before you speak, or at least do your research before you say something like that. You can't honestly have thought, oh, this girl clearly doesn't wash their hair and it probably smells like dead rats. It's a hairstyle I'm not familiar with and have no knowledge on, so I'm just going to assume that it's probably right, yeah, because it's like not my hair, it's not like straight and that, so you probably don't wash it. That's how it works, isn't it? That's how hair works.
No, it isn't.
You're an idiot for thinking that. So that's only a little bit of the start of the video. It's kind of making me sick watching it. You probably feel the same. If you want to watch the rest of it, I'll put a link to it in the description. Let's take a look at the last 2 videos on this subject that he's made. I can't believe how many he's created. Ooh, this one should be fun. Just by the little intro section, I think I'm going to be throughout this video. Let's take a look at the start. I complimented some black curly hairstyles and I insulted some black curly hairstyles in different parts of the video, as everyone deserves equal treatment. No, Onision, that's not how it works. What are you talking about? Just because you have some white hairstyles and some black hairstyles, so was your thinking, oh, I'll insult this one with no knowledge because I complimented other ones? That doesn't make any sense, Onision. You don't just insult one because you were nice about a different one. You shouldn't have insulted the one you insulted. That doesn't mean that you're going to suddenly be or something. Oh my god, what are you talking about? If I only made fun of the white hairstyles, I would be treating people with black hairstyles like they were handicapped. I refuse to do that. Like, what? No, this shows how delusional you were in the first place, and I think this is another cop-out. You're just talking rubbish. This is a lie, Onision. This isn't how you planned the video at all. You just saw that hairstyle and thought, alright, I'm going to insult this one because I'm assuming what their daily routine is like. Not this weird rule of, oh, compliment this one, I hate this one, compliment this one, I hate this one. You madman, you madman. People who want equal treatment needs to understand that means both the good and bad. Yes, I understand that, but you need to have reasons for why you're complimenting one and insulting another. You don't just insult it because you were nice about a different one. For Christ. The curly-haired community's reaction to this is simply the threats of violence can stop, the straight-up death threats too. We're talking about hair. The curly-haired community's reaction to this is simply insane. No, the reaction of maybe 3 or 4 people is insane, not a whole community of people. You always do this. You're massively exaggerating how bad this is. What, you mean a whole community has sent you death threats and threats of violence? No, I bet maybe 2 people did that.
Hey guys, I just woke up. I was on Discord yesterday with some of my patrons. I had a conversation with someone about how to take care of your hair and so forth. And they actually have the hair which this is all about. But they told me that the person who did their hair the way I suggested, they got over 300,000 views on their video. And I just want to say that apparently they're a total and complete fraud. And the reason they're a total and complete fraud is because they misrepresented something I said, and then they went with that. And here's the thing, I know this video is going to get a lot of dislikes because you guys are insane, completely out of your minds. You cannot hear reason. All you can hear is your own emotions and your own warped narrative of what was really said.
No. You do this time and time and time again. You say that it's us that are twisting the narrative to suit our own agenda, when that's never the case, and it's always you that is the one doing that. I think this is just another way of you trying to manipulate us into thinking this is our fault and we're stupid for thinking that. And no, this video is not going to get loads of dislikes because we're insane. Again, I don't have curly hair. I'm not part of the curly hair community, whatever that is. I'm also not black. I just recognize that you're a total buffoon. You're arrogant, you're insensitive, you're insulting when you have no knowledge to back up any of this. It's like with the Shane Dawson videos. I'm not disliking the video and saying you're a buffoon because I'm a 12-year-old avid Shane supporter that can't see through reason because of my own emotions. I barely watch Shane's videos. I watch them more now than I used to, but back when I first started talking about you and Shane, I never watched Shane's videos at all. I just recognize that you're an idiot and you're incredibly insulting you say. You need to recognize this, which I thought you'd done in this apology, but no, you've ruined all of that. The one time I had praises for you, and you ruin it.
So I'm gonna play you guys. This is from the video that everyone is outraged about, right? I'm gonna play you the parts of the video you guys weren't even willing to acknowledge or watch or whatever, because apparently this person in their video said that I said that I was against frizz or something, which is a ridiculous notion, because I complimented many people in the same video that they're using to reference this, who had a lot of puff and so forth. So here's some clips of me complimenting people in the same video that people were outraged about me calling someone's hair trashy or whatever. More attracted to something like this. Something that you feel more inclined to believe that she prepped that today. Meanwhile, this hairstyle is confusing, but cute. This hairstyle tells me that she might actually be a really fun person to hang out with because she just lets it flow. Then we have this girl who's basically the perfect hairstyle for people of a highly curly nature. Looks like you put a bit of effort into it, but not too much. Meanwhile, this is just hot. That's really, really cool looking. Kinda looks like the real world version of Super Saiyan, but that's not a bad thing. Like this. This is so much better, and quite possibly one of my favorite hairstyles yet. Regardless, these are apparently all the hair types, and I could really, really like them all so long as they're well maintained. Fact is, you guys want someone to beat down. You guys want to hate somebody. You guys want anyone who says that not washing your hair is dirty to be punished. And that is because you have a personal problem. You don't accept yourself for who you are.
As I said about the last video, that is utter crap. That is absolute nonsense. That's a complete cop-out for your own mistakes. own up to something you've done, Onision, and well done for not at all showing the bit in the video that I will show you now.
And finally, we have a highly braided whatever. First of all, pretty sure she doesn't spend 7 hours a day braiding that. Pretty sure she doesn't even necessarily wash that. And I know that I'm not attracted to that. I'm more attracted to something like this. Something that you feel more inclined to believe that she prepped that today. And that there's a good chance that that doesn't smell like dead rat. Dead rats. Unlike probably haven't washed my hair in 4 years girl over here.
Probably haven't washed my hair in 4 years, girl over here.
The reason why people are upset. Just because you complimented hairstyles doesn't just erase what you said. You've said this about Shane. You said, but you guys ignored the fact that I've complimented him 3 times in the 20 odd videos where I bully the crap out of him. You're trying to distract us again from what you actually said, which is this.
Dead rats, dead rats, dead rats.
Yeah, where did you get the idea from that she doesn't wash her hair? Oh, nowhere. I just want to be insulting for the sake of it. Oh, and she's black. That's perfect. Double controversy. You were trying intentionally to provoke people. And when the people react, you turn it against us and say we're idiots for reacting like that, when it was your intention to rile people up. So what you're saying here is a total cop-out. It's not true at all. You had no reason for saying that that girl's hair probably smells like dead rats. And also in your logic, because you complimented some, you have to insult that one. No, not at all. Not at all. So this is the whole black versus white hair saga done, hopefully. Probably not for Onision. He'll probably release as many videos as he can on the subject. But we can see it's not working. Massive dislikes, but no increase in views. In fact, he's getting less and less views as time goes by. His channel will soon be dead. He will have his new channel, but there's going to be no point. There'll be no point. So well done for destroying your own channel with really no input from everyone. You very much did it yourself. So or something. Wow. So an utter display of arrogance, narcissistic, sociopathic behavior. So I just wanted to chuck this out there because I've been working hard on this top 10 video and I needed a little bit of a break, a little bit of cathartic release. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Really do appreciate it. If you've enjoyed the video, please do leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to help support me and my channel. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the next one. Take care now. Bye bye.